Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to season 2, episode 22 of the Make It Rain podcast, Taylor Swift edition. No, I'm just kidding. 3 games for Ontario Reign, all against one opponent right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to season 2, episode 22 of the Make It Rain podcast. Alongside that guy, Anthony Collazo from Mayor's Manor, I'm Joe O'Regan. 3 games against one opponent in the Canucks of Abbotsford. You may be asking, why are you getting this podcast on Friday? Well, if you didn't watch last week's pod, we already told you and we warned you that podcasts were going to get way out of whack. So bear with us. We'll be back to normal next podcast, season 2, episode 23. We'll both be on for that as well. Mr. Collazo, how are we?
Joe, everybody watching the pod. I am splendid. The Reign did play
Swell.
3 games this week, and as Joe said, we're not going to do a 5-game episode as Ontario heads to Tucson this weekend for 2. That would last maybe an hour and 15 minutes.
More. I would say more.
Especially if the Reign win both games, right? So, hey, maybe this episode is the first time in a while where we actually get below 45 minutes. So
might be,
we'll
maybe,
see.
Yeah, maybe. We're going in that direction, hopefully. Well, we'll get into the Zamboni cleaning. It's not going to be LA Kings related. Well, outside of the fact that Artemi Panarin's wearing number 72. All that talk for nothing. We thought Bailey had that number all to himself. I guess not. Anyways, Canada, you are the 51st state. Just kidding. Want to talk about that women's team winning gold, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that was an electric game. Obviously, the captain, don't know how I'm blanking on names right now.
Hillary Knight with the game-tying goal.
Hillary Knight, and then
tipped in front with 2:04 on the clock.
Relation. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you get it.
And then Hughes. I forgot her first name.
Hughes.
What?
Come on, Joe. Megan Keller.
Megan Keller. No relation to Clayton Keller. Yeah, that was horrible. Megan Keller. Oh, gosh. I've lost Collazo already on my Zoom. It almost feels like an absolute tradition at this rate with the Make It Rain podcast, folks. Yeah. Puts a defender straight into a blender. Little whoop. Where are you going? Backhand, 5-hole. Chuck your gloves like you're Alec Martinez. Selly. Gold medal. Canada's pissed.
Yep. Do you have me back now, Joe?
I do have you back now.
Okay, awesome. And then in other news, you are going to see over the, I guess as the Reign or as the Olympics are ending, excuse me. There are going to be guys from the Reign getting called up and getting sent back down. That is going to be normal.
Yep.
They're just practicing with the Kings, and you can't practice with the Kings without these little paper transactions. So today,
it was Portillo and
Kirsanov, as some people will say. He got called up today. He's going to be loaned back. Copley, Portillo, the goalies, they're going to be helping out up there as well, just getting some looks.
Considering that Darcy Kemper's in Italy.
Exactly. And then I guess something to consider is that there is probably more than likely with Kevin Fiala going out in the Olympics and he's out for the year. There is probably going to be someone from the Reign getting called up. So we'll see who that is. I know that they don't want to mess with Andre Lee too much, but it could definitely be Lee. That's the obvious choice.
I feel like that is an obvious choice.
Let me tell you, that would be a big bluff for the Reign.
Especially at this point in the year.
Exactly. It could also be Gummin. It can be Chromiak, which would probably be my choice if I was, a Kings fan. I think Chromiak can definitely fill in a Kevin Fiala type role. Could be Kenny Connors. Can be Frankie Pinelli is a name that I've been hearing floating around, which is crazy. But that's a name that I've been hearing. So we'll see what happens and who they decide to call up.
Yeah. I think the obvious choice is Andre Lee. You and I both want to see a guy like Chromiak or maybe Jared Wright or someone get called up. But in the grand scheme of things, Martin Chromiak should be the one that's getting called up. He has been the most prolific scorer for the Reign for the past 2 months. Maybe.
Nikita Alexandrov.
We'll get to him in this episode. Believe me, we will.
Yeah, but I don't think Alexandrov is a good enough back checker. I think Chromiak is a better 200-foot player, along with his. I really do think his game can translate to the NHL level. So we'll see what happens with that.
Fair enough. All right, 3 games for your Ontario Reign this week. Wait, we've got everything there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This episode of the Make It Rain podcast is brought to you by Gowdy Law. We all know having a game plan is key when it comes to your family's future. Are you ready? Gowdy Law is here to help, specialize in estate planning. Gowdy Law ensures your loved ones are protected from losing a ton of money and time to probate when you pass away. Just like on the ice, preparation matters. Don't wait until the last minute to make the right play. Visit GowdyLaw.com today to start planning for the future. Get estate planning pricing and a free consultation right on their website. It's that simple. The price is right on their website. Gowdy Law, make estate planning easy, understandable, and affordable. As always, the link's in the description, or you can visit our offices in downtown Upland. First of 2 at Rogers Forum Saturday night.
The boys are back as they square off in the first of 3 games against the Abbotsford Canucks. Nothing going in the first, but in the second, Cole got guts, man. It's Gutman from Connors and Chromiak. 1-0 Ontario. They were holding that lead through the second, but in the third, Amon Ra, Nick Poisson. 2 goals in the third, and that would be enough to hold off the Reign. 2-1, Reign lose.
So, this Abbotsford Canucks team is in last place in the Pacific Division.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote in the...
That's your reference you got.
In the pregame that I wrote for this game, I wrote that anything less than 5 points is probably considered a failure. And in game 1, that all went out the window pretty fast.
Yeah, it really went out the window really quickly. The Reign need to take advantage of all the chances that they can get. They had pretty much a freebie sitting on the table. And not only do the Reign lose, the Reign kind of get screwed by the hockey gods as they outshoot the Abbotsford Canucks 32-13. But Nikita Tolopilo had other ideas.
Yeah, this was kind of a prime example of getting a taste of your own medicine. How many times have we seen from the Reign where they come back in the third period and they're getting outshot to bloody hell, but they find a way to win, right? That's kind of what happened this game with Abbotsford getting outshot 32-13 and coming back in the third period to beat the Reign, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I think, go ahead.
Yeah. So, rolling with the stuff we were talking about from the Zamboni Cling, I blew over Cole Gutman's name. He still looks good. Don't get it twisted. I just don't want to see the Reign lose him right now, especially at this point in the season. He continues to be impressive. He has another goal in this game. And, yeah.
Yeah, Gutman, it feels like he wasn't off to a slow start, but he definitely wasn't one of those guys who was popping off the score sheet, right? He's currently tied for 8th right now with 18 goals. I believe he's still at 18 goals, 18 assists, as he is. In 46 games played, he has 36 points. And he has been by far, as of late, one of the Reign's best players. Especially with a couple of hot streaks that he has. He has a point in 13 of his last 20 games now, so 13 goals and 6 assists. After starting the season with just 3 points in his first 11 games.
Yeah.
So he has 32 points in 34 games. So he's pretty much in the last, maybe if you take away the month of October and half of November, really, he is a point per game player.
Yep. And then that first month, you can easily, I'm not one to chuck fingers at stuff, but because realistically in all sports, you're chucking the thumb, not the finger. You're pointing at yourself. But I'm going to give him a little bit of credit considering that he had to adapt to a completely new system. And then in that system that he has been sitting in, he now has 18 goals on the season.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
a very effective player in multiple ways, more than one. Effective on the penalty kill, on the man advantage, 5-on-5, that second liner. or at times first liner when they throw him with Alexandrov and Godin. The Northridge native is he's making some noise. He's definitely making noise. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, he's definitely someone that we can see with the Kings as well. When they make their decision on who they're going to call up. So
they do not have an easy one.
It's going to be a big blow for the Reign, man. I mean, obviously this really shouldn't be like a first thought or something. Like the first thought should be, I hope he's okay. But when Fiala went down,
of course,
it was one of those things where in my head I'm like, oh man, that means that the Reign are going to permanently lose somebody. Kind of like how who was it last? Oh my gosh, people are gonna kill me for this. Who went down last year and then Malak got caught up for the playoffs? I don't know why I'm blanking on this.
So am I. That's the sad part.
Fourth liner, checks hard. Man,
I think it's someone
is screaming at the screen right now.
Oh, I know. It's I don't even think this guy is on the Kings anymore. It's not Armia.
No.
I'm almost sure it's not Armia.
No, it wasn't. It was
bear with me. I'm gonna look real quick.
Yo, I don't even know who it is. I'm looking at the roster right now. I'm still blanking.
I mean, it's completely blown over everyone's head. Did Deneau get hurt at the end of the year?
It wasn't Deneau, I don't believe.
Okay. Sorry, folks. We didn't think this. Tanner Jeannot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You and I both saw it at the same time.
Oh yeah. So like he got hurt, and then Malak got called up, and who knows if you have Malak on line 1 still, with Godin and Hudon last year, maybe they get past round 1 against San Jose, right?
Yeah. Then they'd probably dog walk round 2.
Yeah. So Fiala going down, big deal. I really do wonder who they call up. If they call up anyone at all, we'll see if they make another trade. But yeah, we'll see.
That's another thing you got to think about, though, because if the Reign do make a trade, a Reign player might be out the window, folks. And it might not be, and it might not be in pretty fashion, like all love kissing them goodbye and whatever. But like, yeah, it can happen. One of the players, like if you want to go get a line 1 or a line 2 person, as much as I don't want to see them trade the guy, is Kenny Connors. Him on a line with Frankie Pinelli and Atu Yamson. This game, grade A chances all over the place for that line. That third line was so good, and they didn't get any points for it. But we're going to give them the recognition because they were great in all 3 zones.
Yeah, I mean, they were so good. I'll jump ahead like just a little bit. They were the only line that was kept together in game 2 in Abbotsford on Monday afternoon. So, yeah, they were really, really good all game. They just had great chances left and right, first period, second period, third period. Yeah, man. I mean, really, in this game, the only thing that was that's really worth mentioning and highlighting is the fact that Tolopilo just really stood on his head this game, man. I mean, they really couldn't figure him out.
The Reign got hockeyed, as one might call it.
Yeah.
With that, you've got to be able to stay the course and be able to go full blown through everything. There were definitely some players. We just took them off the game notes, but there were definitely some players that were not given 100% this game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess we can talk about that. I mean, Alexandrov wasn't great this game, especially in that last push in the end. He made a lot of mistakes, like uncharacteristic.
Very uncharacteristic.
Yeah, I was like, what is this guy doing? I mean, it almost looked like
he was sick or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he wasn't skating hard. Sometimes the puck was coming. There was a few times in this game where he was getting past the puck and he had no idea where the puck was. And not to this, but it kind of looked like the 3v3 in the USA-Canada gold medal game, right? Where it was just like, what are we doing here? It was probably some of the worst hockey I've ever seen, by the way. But anyways, and this loss really hurt.
The U.S. won.
The Colorado Eagles lost to the Wolves in overtime. So missed opportunity to really break away from them a little bit. And then it would happen again in game 2.
Yeah. Gosh.
You got anything else in game 1?
No. Let's go. Game 2. I don't want to sit and dwell for too long. Just wait.
It's an ultra rare Monday game with an even more ultra rare 1 o'clock start as the Reign look to bounce back against the Canucks. You know what's also rare? Scoring on the first shot of the game, especially when it's from Atu. I wanna jam in with you. Yamson makes it 1-0. And as we said, that line of Pinelli, Connors, Yamson has been very good. In the second, Jonathan Lecker-McKee scores just 38 seconds into the frame. It's tied 1-1. A minute and a half later, it's the All-Star, Ben Berard, to give the Canucks the lead. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's
Lord.
Glenn Godden. He ties the game 2-2. Heading into the third, he scores not one, but he scores two. We're jamming again. Atu Yamson puts the Reign in front once again. It's 3-2. The wheels on the bus come falling off. Abbotsford rallies off 3 in a row. Kyra, let's try this again. Lecker-McKee and Mueller. Reign lose again, this time by the score of 5-3.
It's Jonathan Lecker-McKee, by the way.
I don't think that's right, actually. That's what Cam was saying, but I looked it up, and I think, it's a Swedish name,
Lecker-McKee? Like, I'm almost sure the end is Mackey.
It's not Lecker though. It's like Lecker. It's weird.
Lecker-McKee? Yeah. Whatever. That guy who has been on the Vancouver Canucks all year just happens to get sent down with what's his face going to the Olympics. Abbotsford lost somebody to the Olympics.
I'll let you know right now. I know who you're talking about though.
Yeah, you brought it up to me too, and I forget who it was. Yeah, he comes in and single-handedly just dog walks the Reign with 2 goals. And
Lucas Reichel.
Yeah, Lucas Reichel's playing for Team Germany.
And then Ravinsky's as well, which by the way, they both just got reassigned to they got reassigned to Vancouver, but they're gonna come back to Abbotsford.
Well, we missed him, so that's good. Yeah, so Lecker-McKee, I don't give a dang anymore at this rate. Scores twice, gets the first star, and is the difference maker in this game. But Ben Berard, snipe. Jujhar Khaira charging the net, and here comes the Reign. Here comes my biggest rant with the Reign this game. Defensively in front of the net, it happened again Wednesday, by the way, and thank God the Reign skated out of that game with 2 points, or I'd be irate. Defense in front of the net, non-existent. Or they're not trying. It's one or the other. They either mailed it in, or they were actually like playing as a shell of themselves, which that can happen. This is sports after all. You can't show up with your A game every single day. And if you do, let me know what you're eating in the morning, because I will follow that.
Yeah, you have to give some credit to the Canucks. They were doing a great job at screening Copley in front of the net and getting bodies out in front. But yeah, like you said, the Reign did a very poor job at just lifting sticks pretty much all game, but especially in that third period. They looked awful in that third period on the back check. It wasn't very good. You even mentioned it to me. You were like, this team just doesn't, what are they doing back there? I'm like, I couldn't tell you, really. They just
look like they don't care. Like, yeah. It's like the meme of the guy putting up the piece and vanishing away. Like, yeah, it felt like they just weren't there. The Abbotsford Canucks rolled in with the game plan of get the puck behind the Reign defense. They do just that. Their F3, who's rolling in full steam ahead on the forecheck, gets in front of the net. Oh, they found him. Oh, wow. That's how Berard scored. That's how Jujhar Khaira scored. That's 2 goals. That decides the game. Reign lose.
Yeah. Not great. Not a great game.
By how this game went, I made the comment on Instagram. Sorry, Claus. I'm just cutting you off. It feels like every other sentence. This was the 3rd worst game for the Reign this year. The only 2 games I'm going to put over it was when they got dismantled in Colorado 6-1 on their teddy bear toss night. That was just a weird night in general, but I'm putting that over it. And I'm putting the day they got shut out in Bakersfield over it. Because, my gosh, they were not trying that game. It didn't look like it. And it feels like the same with this game. There was definitely stuff left in the tank. Stuff left to be desired, and the Rangers did not follow through.
Yeah, and after game 3, Andrew Lord said that Abbotsford taught them a lot in this game. So in game 3, what happened, Joe?
Let's talk about right now. The guys are back in town to salvage this mini series with the Nucks. In the opening frame, both goalies are on their game, and we have nothing so far. In the middle frame, from St. Louis to Los Angeles, Nikita Alexandrov is on tour, reminding goalies to close your legs. 1-0 Ontario. Later on, Collazo, am I reading that correctly? Millar Light scored. Jack Millar scores his first professional goal. It only took him 82 games, by the way. And it's 2-0 Ontario. What is going on right now? And the Ontario Reign, why am I typing out? No, just keeps rolling as Otto Celine gets in on the fun little point shot. 3-0 Ontario, but with about 24 seconds left. Kobe Ben Berard, it's 3-1. And in the final 20, Chase Stillman throws us on flashback watch as he pulls the Nucks within one. But, shocker, empty net goal from, take your guess, Collazo.
Francesco Pinelli.
Hey, Francesco Pinelli. And the Reign win by the final 4-2.
Is that his fifth empty net goal?
Over half of his goals this season, I think, are empty net goals.
That's wild.
He has 8 goals this year, and I think he has 4 or 5 goals that are either empty net or in garbage time.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the Frankie Pinelli experience we all know and love. So when things are working right for the Abbotsford Canucks, you don't want to change much. The Abbotsford Canucks run Nikita Tolopilo right back out there for another game against the Reign. Heck, I don't blame him because he was unstoppable those first 2 games. So they throw him back out there. The Reign finally get to him with rebound shots, working the puck down low, back up high, rebound shots until I'm blue in the face. That is exactly how Millar scored. That's borderline how Otto Celine scored. He didn't need a rebound. And well, Frankie Pinelli scored into an empty net. But I want to start with the Nikita Alexandrov goal. We don't have this in the game notes. This is the Nikita Alexandrov we know. We just bashed on him a couple games ago for not looking like he was himself. This looked like Nikita Alexandrov. Picked pocket in the neutral zone, turns up ice, beats a forechecking Canuck, rolls in. The old lovely triangle comes out. The little stick leg shoots right between that. Nikita Tolopilo, close your legs. Thank you very much. Wicked wrister, as Cam McGuire called it.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of that from the Reign this season, just because we don't see a lot of guys who play like that. Really, the only line is his line. Alexandrov, Gada, and Chromiak, and then obviously you can sprinkle in a little bit of some other guys in there like Gutman, and whatnot. But yeah, super nice goal from Alexandrov. And I mean, is he like an underrated player for the Reign? Because he doesn't score a lot of goals often, but he has been, I think, above a point per game player.
He's definitely above a point per game. He is a silent assassin at this rate.
Let's see. He has, in 31 games played, he has 28 points.
He's right about there.
Very good. No, yeah, that is where he is. So, hey, there it is. 8 goals, 20 assists.
Yep. And a -5, but
okay, he's not
if you thought we were trading for a Selke winning forward when we traded Akil Thomas, stop. Just stop.
Yeah, I think in some bigger news, Lord put together Lee Connors and right back together.
It's about damn time.
And immediately they clicked. And in all honesty, why did they? I mean, I guess in the AHL, it's a little bit different, right? You got to like develop players and you got to try new things. But Lee Connors is right. They looked good from the jump. Again, Lord starts them, which if you remember from November, December's part of January, I mean, they started almost every single game, right? He starts that line. They looked very good from shift 1. And quite honestly, Millar's goal, not to take anything away from him, first career goal. Congrats to Millar. By the way, don't know how that happened. I mean, I guess he's been so good defensively that we just ignored that he never had a goal. I thought he had a goal, at least one. I remember him scoring a goal at some point. I feel like maybe not.
I made the comment to Collazo. I'm pretty sure he scored a preseason goal.
Crazy.
I knew he didn't have a goal. I heard Jack Millar score. Collazo doesn't know this. Some of my roommates do though. Jack Millar scored. I was sprinting back with socks on hardwood. Bad idea. My knee is split up. I have a hole in my door.
Are you serious?
And I nearly broke the hinge off of my door trying to get back in. Yeah, that didn't go too well. So to say I celebrate a little too hard for Jack Millar Light scoring his first goal with the Reign and professionally is definitely an understatement.
Wow, that's pretty bad. I mean,
Instagram, what's up? That's definitely getting clipped.
I mean, going back to my point, I guess that's crazy. But going back to my point, Millar's goal really was created by that trio. It was created by Lee, Connors, and Wright. I forgot who took it behind the net. But it just took Tolopilo completely out of position. I don't know what he was doing, but
Bold
it
Duke's
took him completely
huge
out of
shot
position.
too.
Yeah, and then Millar just wide open net. Just couldn't get more open than that.
Like in his post-game presser, he literally was saying to tell himself, don't miss.
Yeah, that's what he thought.
He had a wide open 4x6.
Yeah. So that line is back together. That line should be back together. Maybe not throughout the season, because we still have a couple months left. But when the playoffs roll around, and in that last month, maybe a few weeks in April, where we see Loris start to kind of put his lines together for the playoffs, they definitely should be there. And by the way, this team is really good. I believe that they're going to get some guys from the OHL and from juniors and stuff, kind of like last year with Zemer and Celine.
Who would they get? So they're gonna get George.
They're gonna get George.
They're gonna get Wojtek Shihash.
That's the big one, right? That's the big one.
Yeah.
And then they would have probably gone Green Tree, but he got traded.
Yep.
So that's low because I was excited to see Green Tree, but
Anyway.
but yeah, that's the big one.
They're gonna get Wojtek Shihash.
So we'll see what happens with that. So that's gonna be fun.
From the WHL. I know they're gonna get him.
And then George is another big one.
We've stated him. There's definitely some other people I'm missing.
They want, from what I understand,
Are they gonna get Stukinski?
They want Stukinski to go pro. From what I understand, they don't want him going to OHL or juniors. They want him out of college to go pro.
Yeah.
So they might be getting George and Stukinski, which, by the way, as an organization, kind of off topic here, maybe not the smartest idea because you don't really want two rookie goaltenders in the AHL at one time. You usually want a veteran and then a prospect, kind of like Portillo and Copley. You always want a veteran.
Gosh,
in case someone gets hurt. That's why Portillo hasn't gotten called up yet because Copley is the veteran. He's been there, done that. So we'll see what happens. So Kinski, George, what do you think about that?
I call it a surplus of talent, if you ask me.
That would be fun. That would be fun, but it's not smart.
Yeah, it's not a smart idea. If that's the case, is this the end for Phoenix Copley after the season?
Copley's not going to be back. He wasn't supposed to be back last year, dude. Copley was not supposed to be back.
He literally got traded to the Lightning for the people that don't remember.
I mean, this is like, I don't know if I should say it. I'm going to say it, whatever. Portillo was going to be the backup next year or this year in LA until he got hurt.
Yeah.
That was the plan. It was going to be Kemper Portillo. And then it was probably going to be, man, the Reign were not supposed to, they were going to have Copley and Jacob Ingham.
Isaiah Seville was
like, go, so rate? I don't know. Like who knows, man? It was going to be weird, but Portillo was not going to be here.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, next year you can expect Portillo to be up.
Oh, barring another injury, yes, you definitely can. Yeah, Eric Portillo should. Gosh, he's playing like he should be on the Kings right now. Who kid you not? He's 6'6", covers the whole net, and for the people that don't know, if you are able to control your limbs and be that tall. Look at Damian Clara, the Italy goaltender, for example. You should have a higher level position. I'm kind of upset that I'm upset that Damian Clara is playing overseas right now as a Ducks fan, not as a Reign fan, because if he was on the goals right now, I feel like I would have him in my nightmares. But that's besides the point. The Abbotsford Canucks, man, this team's got fight. Kid you not, right? They pull this game again really close. It's kind of a reminder. It was kind of like Saturday a little bit. The Reign were up 1-0. Then they tied it up pretty early into the third. Then they took the lead. And then the Reign just were not able to recover in Rogers' form at all. the rest of that little series in Abbotsford. And then they get back here and we nearly get a carbon copy where they put the game within one. They didn't tie it. That's why I'm saying nearly a carbon copy. But if you were a Reign fan watching that game and it's like, oh, here we go again. That insert Franklin scene from GTA. And then you're worrying. But then Frankie Pinelli scores the empty netter and you can breathe easy.
Yeah, I got to give you credit though, because you made a good point to me. This isn't the same last place team that
No, it's not. Absolutely not.
Whatever the heck that Swedish guy name is, he has not been.
Lukuramaki.
Victor Mancini has been in Abbotsford for a lot of time, but he was returned on loan. Yuri Patera, we didn't even see him. He was loaned, and then Tolopilo
was loaned.
He was in Vancouver, so they
RC,
really had
RC Baines was playing with Abbotsford or with Vancouver for a good chunk of the year too. He was sent back down.
Yeah, so I mean, really, Abbotsford had a lot of their team that won the Calder Cup last year, which is kind of the reason why they
kind of dog walked the Reign. Yeah, they kind of just dog walked them because
good team.
They were a good team and they were really good on pucks.
With that being said, though, the Reign should have won game one. Like, shoulda, woulda, coulda, right?
Well, yeah, of course.
Like 95% of the time, the Reign are winning that game. 32 to 13.
95? I would say 99% of that time.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate.
Yeah, they just ended up on the wrong side of the score sheet that game. Monday, mess. Wednesday, great way to bounce back. Let's hop into the rain weather report. Despite the fact that Jack Millar scored his first goal, he already got his moment in the sun. Atu Yamson gets the 100% for those 2 goals, especially in that little dark patch of the week for the Reign.
Yeah, Yamson has. Yamson. I mean, can you imagine?
He's turned the corner, folks.
To the playoffs. I mean, he has been unbelievable. He has 13 points in his last 20 games, 9 goals, 4 assists. After knocking 8 points, 4 goals and 4 assists in his first 27 games. So kind of like a bigger sample size of Gutman. Yamson has really turned it on as of late. And let me tell you, man, I mean, kind of off topic, but on topic at the same time. Otto Celine, he comes to the Reign, and we hear a lot of he joins the Rush, but he's also really good defensively, right?
Yep.
He scores a goal in game 3, also from Liga. And it takes a little bit for these guys to really get acclimated into North American hockey, man.
Yep.
The rink is significantly smaller, dude. Significantly. It's really, really a big difference. You can see it just watching a game. So, Celine, he said that this first year for him, he's just trying to learn. He's just trying to learn the game and try to understand what North American hockey is all about. And Yamson, it looks like that's kind of happening for him right now.
Yep. He's finally kind of getting the fruition of waiting and learning.
Mm-hmm.
He's reaping the benefits. That's for certain. Like that. And then in the meanwhile, we've got guys from college that are in their rookie years, like Wright and Connors, straight out of college, straight out of Compton, and just absolutely balling out. Same ice, and they're moving at an unreal pace. Does it help that they're roommates? I don't know. But they're just playing like they are those guys. And Atu Yamson's the same thing.
Yeah. No,
like,
for sure.
It almost feels like when you play overseas, you have to have, before you get to your first year, where we actually have to start counting stats and thinking, okay, do you actually work at the NHL level? We have to give them a -1 year, a negative first year, so they can acclimate to the smaller ice where their skill actually has to stand out more.
Yeah, especially for these Finland guys, man. I mean, yeah, man.
Forget
you
Finland. All the European guys. All of them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Yamson, it's easy to forget. And I think we stated this a couple episodes ago as well. It's easy to forget that going into last season, he was one of those white horses or dark horses to
white horses. Okay, Chris Stapleton.
He was a dark horse to maybe make the NHL at some point. Kind of like Kenny Connors this year. I feel like Kenny Connors came into this year. People were like, hey, this kid is good. He can potentially make some noise. And look at that. He made noise. He got called up. Didn't play a game, but he got called up. That was Yamson last year.
He's getting his money, baby.
So Yamson, if he gets hot going to the playoffs, man, I mean, this team's going to be dangerous. But
watch
kind of just
out.
for him, the prospect, It looks like he's starting to put it together right now, and that's good to see.
Yes, absolutely agree. 50%. Oh wait, don't you have the 50?
Whatever, bro. I think people have caught on already.
We forget. Okay. Oh, he scored his 100th point with the Reign. Glenn Godden. About time, first of all, because there were a couple of games where he went pointless and we were kind of just waiting. And then it happened. That's why I'm saying about time. But the milestone's been hit. Congrats to Glenn Godden. Another person, his 100th AHL assist is Nikita Alexandrov. Despite the showing on Saturday, we're talking about him now. He looked really good on Monday and Wednesday.
I think you mean to say finally for Alexandrov, because he was sitting on.
He was definitely sitting on it for a second.
Godden had a goal in game 2. If you
okay,
but yeah, Alexandrov was sitting on that assist for a long time.
Okay,
it was wild.
I got something mixed up then.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
I think that's why I thought he was a point per game player, and then he's not. He's slightly under it with the Reign, because he was. There was a good chunk of time where he was just like putting up like secondary assists.
Yep.
He's like a Tynan type of player, but not to that prolificness that Tynan was,
Yeah. Well, it's going to be really hard to be as prolific as TJ Tynan was the American Hockey League level, especially
the MVP
in his prime.
Dude, by the way, kind of talking about kind of going off topic, but before the 0%.
Here we go.
I was watching some highlights from their playoff run a couple years ago, and it's really crazy how good that team actually was. I was watching it, and I was like, bro, they had
blowing through NHL players here.
No. Before, it kind of ties in a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had their guys on top, right? They had like Turcotte,
Clark.
They had Clark is a demon, but yeah, Clark. But Turcotte, Akil, Hudon, Fagimo. Where
we talking about last season here?
No,
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And the guys who weren't that good that we weren't really talking about were Taylor Ward, Andre Lee, Pavlichev. And you look now, and it's like
Pav's cooking in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Tyler Madden.
Yeah, and so now you look, and it's like the best players now are Lee,
Ward.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, yo, that team, that's why they were on that run. They were deep, and I kind of get that same feeling this year, right?
Yep.
You look at the top: Alexandrov, Godden, Chromiak, right?
Gutman.
And the guys who we don't talk about that often, maybe not as much as we should, are still very good players, right? Connors. Guys who are
we talk about Connors and Wright though so much.
We talk about them, but they're not prolific scorers the way Godden is and Alexandrov is and Lee is now, right? We don't really talk about them like that.
Mm-hmm. It's a fair.
We just talk about them
assessment.
Because they're first year pros.
Yep, it's a completely fair assessment.
So we'll see. Even Lawrence,
gosh,
Zemer.
Yeah, who knows what can happen with this Ontario Reign team? Wow. I didn't think about the 0% at all.
There's a lot of guys who we can go with, man.
Yeah,
they lost 2 games.
Jacob Dvorak for not playing a game this week.
Dvorak has not hurt this team at all. I'm sorry.
he hasn't hurt this team because he hasn't had the chance to.
The defense has actually looked better.
All right.
I'm sorry. He's not very good. I didn't think about 0% either. Let's see. Alexandrov was definitely the worst player on the ice, but we just named him for 50%. On that Saturday game, he was the worst player on the ice.
Yeah,
he was not good at all.
Easily. I'm trying to think if there was somebody that just was
although Celine was not good either in Saturday's game, but then he scored.
Yeah. Angus Booth wasn't particularly good either.
All the worst players in Abbotsford kind of played well.
Kind of bailed themselves out, quote unquote.
Yeah, they did.
Who's watching the rain weather report on this team? What's going on here? On the flight home, it's like, man, I don't want to be the 0%. All right, time to turn up, boys. Here we go. We didn't talk about him at all, and we usually do talk about him for his defensive stuff. I guess Angus Booth's getting the 0% because I can't really think of anybody else at this rate.
No, you know what? On one of the goals, it was the Ben Berard goal at the end of the second period that kind of changes the game a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He lost a puck battle that he just should not have lost.
Okay.
And it actually led to that goal. So yeah, that's not a bad little dart though.
Yeah.
Kind of accidentally hit a bullseye right there.
Yep. Bird box. Yep.
No,
There we go.
That did happen. If you go look at that goal, um, from game 3, which I'm sure we have to highlight up in game 3 somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, Booth lost a puck battle behind the net.
They really shouldn't have lost.
Yeah, there were 2 guys there. I forgot who was the other guy, but Booth was there first, and he should have either cleared it or you gotta hold that puck against the board. And he just don't know what happened, but he just lost it.
He
And
serves
then
up a
Neil
fresh.
Amont took over pass out in front. Berardi was right there for the goal. So yeah,
Serves up a
100%.
fresh hand toss
There you go.
pizza. All right. Rolling into next week. Obviously, I'm not going through the entire week. I'm going through the weekend only because this episode comes out on Friday. So tonight, February 20th, Coachella Valley is in Colorado. Going to be some of the last home games that the Eagles play here, and I will get to that momentarily. Calgary in Bakersfield, Abbotsford at Henderson. Saturday, February 21st, we got pretty much a full slate, folks. San Diego is in Rockford to take on the Ice Hogs. What? Calgary takes on San Jose. The Ontario Reign, for the first time this year, head to the Tucson Convention Center to take on the Roadrunners at a 6 p.m. puck drop. 7 o'clock Mountain Time. Whatever. We're not here for technicalities. Abbotsford at Henderson, Coachella Valley at Colorado in a back-to-back. Same with Abbotsford and Henderson, as I just blew right over them. More back-to-back. Sunday, San Diego once again plays Rockford, and the Ontario Reign take on the Tucson Roadrunners again at 3 p.m. Real quick, before I get into the standings, something I was just perusing my way down to schedules for the remainder of the year. Folks, you don't realize how good the Colorado Eagles have been at home this year. They are so good.
I'm looking at that right now.
Yeah. The Colorado Eagles have been at home a lot. They have won at home a lot. This Colorado Eagles team's about to get tested, folks. They, from February 27th to March 17th, are on the road the whole time. They have an 8-game road trip coming up. One of those games is in Ontario, by the way. That team, oh boy.
No, yeah.
Oh
Dude,
boy.
what's funny is that I was actually thinking, right? Because now the Eagles have 4 games in hand on the Reign. And the Reign, have you gotten into the standings yet? Like fully? No, you haven't.
No,
right?
I have not. Go ahead.
So spoiler, the Reign are in first place by 2 points as we speak right now.
But they have but the Eagles have 4 in hand.
So like they're really not in first place. Like they're kind of in first place technically, but not really,
Yeah,
right?
They're not.
And like I was thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, when do the Eagles make up these games? Like we're getting late in the season. We have like 20-ish games left. When are they gonna make all this up?
Oh,
holy smokes,
we're
dude.
looking at it.
Dude, February 28th is it a leap year? Do we have 29 days in March? Or
I
February?
have no clue.
So 28th.
Oh, no, we don't. No, we don't.
Okay, so
the Reign plays
28th
Sunday.
And
March
March
1st.
1st at Henderson, which is back-to-back. March 3rd at Baco. Then they got to travel up north of the border. 6th and the 7th back-to-back at Abbotsford.
Yep.
Come back to Ontario, March 11th. And then
Go to
14th,
San Diego.
15th, 17th. 3 games in 4 days at San Diego for 2 of them. Up north of the border, San Diego. That's brutal, dude. And then they play 2 in a row in San Diego or in Abbotsford versus San Diego.
Holy smokes.
And then Coachella or north of the border. I'm talking about the Eagles. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
No, yeah, in Colorado.
They play 2 in Henderson. Then they got to stop in Baco in Trucktown, California. Then they go to Trucktown, Canada to play Abbotsford. Nice travel day. Then they come back down. They're probably going to go home, then go back to Ontario. Let's be quite real here. Because if you're 3 weeks on a suitcase, it's God bless. I don't know how you do it. Then they go down to San Diego to finish that road trip up. Then they play San Diego 2 more times at home. Then they play Coachella Valley twice at home. Oh, by the way, are you shocked those games are both back-to-back? They're both back-to-back. Why is every single time the Colorado Eagles play at home back-to-back? Oh, here's your free 1 win because the other team's kind of burnt out. Like, screw off. That's dumb. That it doesn't help them in the playoffs either. They're going to get absolutely pile-driven in round 1 if this is how it's going to be. If they don't win the division, they're in trouble. Legit. They are in trouble immediately. Then they got to go to Calgary. And then in April, to finish out the year, Oh, yeah. Another 6-game road trip. Then they go to Bakersfield. Then they got 2 in San Jose, and they play the Reign again. And then they have 4 at home, 2 against Tucson and 2 against Calgary. Bet you couldn't guess those games were both back-to-back also.
I tell you what, the back-to-backs are kind of stupid. I totally agree with that. But let me tell you this.
They have so many games on the road. Oh, my goodness.
The hate watch for Reign fans over these next couple months are going to be crazy. And something tells me that series versus Calgary that the Eagles play might determine who wins the division, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they be
why
like
Calgary?
Baco?
Why Calgary? Yeah.
Why does it have to be Calgary? They're terrible.
Yep, they are terrible. I mean, the Reign have so many off days coming up. Like, here, let's look at the Bakersfield Condor schedule. You know what? When we said this episode was going 45 minutes, yeah.
Let's not go through Baco. We can go through
unless they have a completely ridiculous road trip, which they don't. Okay, then we're not going to. Colorado is going to rise to the occasion and win the division by a sizable margin, or 2, the wheels are going to fall off for them on the road somewhere and they're not going to be able to recover. It's 1 or 2, A or B. What is it going to be? We have no idea. We're going to find out.
The Reign and Eagles losing really tying up the division a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, let's get to the standings. The Reign 32-16-2 in first place, 66 points. Oh, by the way, they're still the only team with 30 wins. The Colorado Eagles 29-11-6 at 64 points are in second. They have 4 games in hand on the Reign. Yeah, those will get made up during the road trip, so bear with us. The Bakersfield Condors 27-15-7 at 61 points are in third. San Jose 28-15-3, 59 points are in fourth. Coachella Valley Firebirds 26-17-5, 57 points in fifth. The San Diego Gulls 22-15-10. How do you lose so many games in overtime? 54 points. The Tucson Roadrunners, who have 12 regulation wins and 22 wins in total. How are half of your wins in overtime? Okay. 22-17-8, 52 points. Henderson, who has 16 wins in regulation, 19-8-8, are out of the playoffs. However, if those two teams get into a tiebreaker, Henderson automatically is going to get it because there's no way Tucson makes up ground while staying in that same spot. The Calgary Wranglers 17-20-12. Yeah, they got 12 overtime losses, 46 points. The Abbotsford Canucks are bringing up the rear at 18-27-6 and 42 points. We don't realize it, but this Pacific Division just got really tight, the top 3. And after that, man, it is thoit. And then it kind of just breaks off after the 7 seed, which,
well, you can't.
Thank goodness there's 7 teams that make the playoffs.
I don't know if I fully agree with you with that because San Jose only has 46 games played. They're at 59 points.
Oh.
So it's like they're right.
Stuff's going to catch up here. Hold on. Now when we look through San Diego, the San Jose have a huge road trip coming up or something.
I don't know, man.
It doesn't. It doesn't look like it. No.
And let me tell you, of all the teams that I don't think the Reign want to go face,
it's them.
It's San Jose.
Yeah, it is San Jose.
Because San Jose is like San Diego, where they have physicality and speed, but I think San Jose is better at it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think San Diego is a good match for Ontario either. I think everyone else is fine.
Yeah. Well, you better hope you avoid them at all costs. You better hope the Reign just win the division outright at this rate, because if they don't, it's going to be the Reign might be barbecue chicken when the playoffs come. Let's be quite honest with ourselves here.
Barbecue chicken.
It's barbecue chicken from here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Season 2, Episode 22 of the Make It Rain podcast. You know the drill from here on out. You can subscribe down below. Follow us on all social medias at Make It Rain Pod. Follow us on Facebook at Make It Rain Pod as well. Yeah, that also counts as social media. Thank you very much for watching. Follow us on Spotify at Make It Rain Pod. That's what I was trying to say. Have a great week. We'll see you Monday or Tuesday. Don't know yet. But we'll see you then. Peace.